Gogglefrogs, and how are you this morning? How tired is that? 1 minute past 10, 2 minutes past 10. So good morning. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend, and here we are, all ready for Monday's Gogglefrogs at 10 a.m. GMT. So I hope it's British Standard Time still, isn't it? So anyway, I hope you've got your cuppa.
Is it next weekend or the weekend after?
It's always the week of my birthday.
So it's the weekend after.
So I always know that it's the Saturday after my birthday. So it's really good. Get an extra hour in bed. So anyway, hopefully you've got your cuppa. Hopefully you've got a little bit of knitting. Mine's grown a little bit. So I'll get my knitting out in a few minutes. And and you have me and Robert with you for the next hour. So isn't that exciting and wonderful? So do tell us what you've been up to. I do know that there has been lots and lots and lots of activity, and that is people walking to things, events all over the north of England that have wool in them. So it's really exciting to see what people are buying. And also, we know that a few of our wonderful Gogglefroggers have gone off for a few days for their retreat, their knitting retreat together. So anyway, lots and lots and lots and lots of loveliness happening. And it is episode 286. So hopefully you're having a wonderful time. And when it does get to the musical interlude, I'm going to take myself off and get a cup of tea because I've got like a gulp left and that's it. Before I went live, something come through the letterbox, and it's this thing that's come through from one of my pensions, because I've got several, saying, do I want a review? Absolutely. If I can get a free review, because normally they get a proper review costs hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands. I know there's the online government-y one, but it's just like, if I can get a free one, of course I will. It'll save me £1,000. So anyway, so I was engrossed in that. How old am I getting when the word pension, and I start looking at pensions? Oh my word. So let's have the next hour about all things woolly. Anyway, how are you today, Robert?
I'm good, thank you. I am excitedly getting all my paperwork together to potentially get my car this week. Well, I say potentially, I'm definitely getting a car this week. It's just a case of when.
Yeah.
We were hoping for today, and it was booked in for 11:30 because the plan was do goggles, go straight there, get the car. But that hasn't quite worked out. So now I've just got to sit and play a waiting game. I know it can't be tomorrow because I'm in Kent.
Well, this is the problem, isn't it? The fact that everybody's working from home, so nobody processes stuff at the same rate as if they're working in an office. Because whilst we have all of this online stuff, most companies just aren't kitted up for it. Sorry, I'm looking for another knitting needle. Found it now. But it will happen. It will happen at some point, won't it?
And it's interesting trying to find all this paperwork. I found loads and loads of other stuff, like some free tea and cake at the garden centre and 2 Christmas presents that I'd forgotten that we had, vouchers and birthday cards that I bought for people and forgot that I had them and sent others instead. It's quite fun.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear.
And I've just found out why other people love circular knitting needles. Because when you stick it in your bag and go rummaging in your bag when you're out and about, you don't lose stitches. I know. I still don't like knitting needles, like the circulars. But I'll just have to take a... Do you know what? I just need to stick a rubber band around the edge of one of the needles. That's all you have to do, Angela. It's really simple. Tips. So I'm now going to spend the next hour repairing. Oh, no. Never mind. Let's have a look. As long as I can get it on here, I'll be fine. And it's great, isn't it? When you set yourself up, so you've got all of the lighting coming towards your face. And actually, that's not the place that you need the lighting. You actually need the lighting on here. Right. Okay. Pick that up. How silly am I? Right. Let's have a look and see what repair jobs I need to do. It's fine. We'll get
right. While you're doing that, shall I say some good mornings?
That would be wonderful.
Okay. So we are a bit thin on the ground this morning.
We're perfectly formed.
We have Safi. Good morning, Safi.
Hello, Safi. Long time no see.
I'm very sorry you couldn't get into the room on Saturday.
Oh.
We have Janice. Good morning, Janice.
Hello, Janice.
We have Jackie. Morning, Jackie.
Morning, Jackie.
We have Grace. Good morning, Grace.
Hello, Grace. Good morning, Grace.
We have Georgie. Good morning, Georgie.
Morning, Georgie. How are you?
And just slipped in time for her own name. Hi, Deborah.
Hello, Deborah. How are you?
We have Brigitte. Hi, Brigitte.
Hello, Brigitte.
We have Amber. Good morning, Amber.
Good morning.
Everybody this morning.
Oh.
So Georgie says morning. Brigitte says morning, peeps. Episode 286.
Wow. Wow.
Jackie says morning all from a very sunny Roxton. I'm here with Brigitte and Rod, Jane, Lindy, Judy, Marion, and Marion. Oh wow.
Oh, how wonderful. Have a lovely, lovely time away. Sorry, I am.
Brigitte says she'll be getting herself tidied up and join the ladies in the conservatory to do some knitting. Shan't be saying a lot today as I want to put my laptop away in a minute. But that's absolutely fine, don't worry.
We were very surprised to see you, and it is absolutely wonderful that you popped in to remind us what show it is. And also to grace us with your presence, which is always amazing. Thank you.
Amber says good morning, everybody, and good morning from Princess Curtain Crusher.
Hello, Amber. Lovely of you to be here.
And it was really nice on Saturday because Amber joined the Facebook room, so we got to see her, and then she got to meet everybody face to face, which was lovely.
How amazing is this system, eh?
And Deborah says good morning, everybody. Safi says morning all, and Grace says good morning.
Morning. Right. I think we're done. I think we're caught up. Just need to find out which way I'm supposed to be knitting. But that's what happens. It was probably Splodge doing something, going after a bird. Oh, the other day. Oh, my word. Splodge decided to be a proper cat for once, which doesn't happen very often. So not only did Splodge go for little dicky birds, big things, some little mouse arrived from somewhere as well that it was then after. So so it was quite interesting the other day. So it's probably as I've gone running to the door to shout at Splodge, tell Splodge, stop that, that I put my knitting down, then forgotten. Right, so which way was I knitting? It was that way. Right, okay. Perfect. Back on the case now. Hey, we must find out what people have been working on, because it seems like ages since I was with you. So on Saturday, when you had the room, and again, feedback everybody if you enjoyed it, because if you did, it can be done more. Were people able to show their knitting and stuff like that, like what they were knitting? Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, it was really good. So, right, should we play some music?
That would be wonderful.
The counting. Actually, I need to do some counting as well, and because on Saturday, where there were other people, so I wasn't doing all the talking, I was able to pull out the crescent shawl that I was doing, the one with the lovely linen stitch.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd gone wrong, I decided that what I was going to do was just do a row of plain knit. So I put that in on Saturday whilst we were having our natter, and I need to count the stitches. And every time I've gone to count the stitches, Gary's been annoying. So I haven't been able to. So I've gone back to old trustees over the weekend.
Oh dear. I just need to find out what I've done in that stitch there. I'm not too sure. There's one stitch in the middle that I'm not 100% happy with. So I might take this opportunity to just check and see what I've done.
You were also going to make a cup of tea while the music's on.
Yeah, so this might be a little bit of a Benny Hill as I try and race around and do everything at once.
The music is just over 4 minutes long this morning, so that'll give you a bit more time.
Perfect. perfect.
In fact, it's just under 5. It's 4 minutes and 42. So here we go. Enjoy, everybody. This is lovely. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, and what I heard reminded me of this. So here we go. Enjoy. So that was The Lark Ascending by Nicola, I want to say Bradbury. I can't remember. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It reminded me this morning of the Dawn Chorus. So that's why I decided to play it. So let's catch up on some chat. Safi says, Jackie, oh, how lovely. Hope you're having a super time. Deborah says, I haven't been well since Saturday. The same bug that hubby caught from our little grandson Ted. So never got to bake well after all. Oh, Deborah, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon. And then she says, love this music, one of our favourites. Oh, good. Janice says, sends shivers up and down my spine. Yes, it is a lovely piece of music. Brigitte says, oh, how lovely, Nicola. Amber says, get well soon, Deborah. And it's also one of her favourite pieces of music. And then Georgie says, that was really lovely. And Brigitte says, it's Nicola Benedetti. That's it. Thank you very much. She is brill. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that, Angela. I can't hear you, but it doesn't say you're on mute. So I wonder if that's something different this time. Nope. I'm hoping everybody can hear me. My microphone is going up and down, so I'm hoping that means that you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear
that's
you.
Better.
Oh, right. I just refreshed. Oh, dear. I pressed all the buttons. And then never mind. So I hope that you can hear me as well. So that's good. Yes. And sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. So sorry about that, Deborah. And hopefully you'll feel a little bit better soon. So I just wanted to show you my little scarf is growing. So here is the noir scarf. And there's the...
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I'm really, really pleased with it. And it feels lovely. And then it says leave it for 17.5 inches before you start the pattern again. So you continue the pattern. But I've actually got more than the 6 that you need, the 6 balls that you need. And the other thing as well, I realized that I'd actually done more than I needed when I started. So I'm just going to do it longer. So it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, really, really lovely pattern. And that's in the Finesse. I don't know which one it's in.
It's the Finesse DK Silk.
It's book 1. Because there's a book 1 and there's a book 2. So it's in book 1. And that's the that's the one that I'm doing. So it is lovely. I mean, there's several different ones. I think there's 3 different. Oh no, there's a shawl and 2 scarves, but that's the scarf that I really, really liked. But yeah, really, really lovely to knit with. It does not split. You know, when you're using a lot of certainly with linen, it does split and it's not great to crochet with. And sometimes the cottons can split as well, but this one just doesn't. In fact, I can't believe it's cotton. I still can't. It feels lovely and warm. And I know that's a bit strange because it's cotton and it's silk, but it does feel really yummy. So yeah, and I'm on the easy bit now. So there are things that you have to do when you're not doing Gogglefrogs, and that is the pattern bit. Because it's really easy to go wrong and do the wrong row. But the middle bits, that's really easy because all you do is you alternate knit and purl on the last 3 stitches of each row, and that just keeps it a bit structured. And then it's just a stocking stitch the rest of the time. But yeah, it's a really nice pattern. But when you are doing that pattern bit, it is easiest. And I know so many of you do this, and it's a really, really good tip that when you're doing a lace weight pattern bit, it's good to sit at a table. So you've got the pattern there. You can watch something on your laptop, but when you try and watch it, the TV, I just find that the pattern isn't right in front of your eyes when you're sat on a chair or on a settee, or even if you've got one of those little things in front of you. So I just find, I know there's a few of you, and whenever I see you doing more intricate work, you're always sitting at a table and you've got like an iPad or something. So yes, I have adopted that approach now. It's so much easier. It really is. I wondered why I hated doing lace pattern, and that's why, because I always sat in a comfy chair and wondered why, when you're trying to look at the side of you all the time, it doesn't quite work, does it? It's so easy to get on the wrong row. So love it. So I just have a little post-it note out of our little dividers, out of our Gogglefrogs dividers, and I just put like the row below. And I even find that I do mix up the 2 pattern rows, and sometimes I have to take it back, but that's just me. And I know anyone with who, if words and things jump around slightly on a page, it's really easy for it to happen. So maybe I should put one on the row above as well, but never mind. I make it work. So it's a lovely, lovely pattern. And I do think that after I've done this, I will do something else out of the pattern book. I've got both pattern books, and it's really lovely to knit with. So we'll see. And have you seen? Still here. It's a bit depleted now, but still here. Splodge came in earlier, looked again, tried to square up, and then ran into the other room. It's just like, why is that thing in the house? So yeah. So
how was your weekend?
Sorry. Oh, I tell you what, yesterday, you know, I hope, can I just say, I hope that we do not get a wool shortage in this country, because I experienced lamb shortage yesterday. So me and my mum, I said, right, if you can get dressed now, you can come with me to church. I said, but we've got to be, it started at like 10 o'clock. It was about 5 to 10 to 10. So mum says, no, I'll come with you. So anyway, both of us jumped in the car and we knew we were going to be late. So we turned up and I looked on the door and it said 3 o'clock for the service. I thought, oh no. Anyway, there were 2 people in there and they said, could I come back at the 3 o'clock service? I said, yes, of course we can. We can go and get the lamb now. So I went to get the lamb and I really like Morrison's lamb. Walked in. The store was bare of lamb except 2 little joints. So I said, yeah, we want lamb today. So I went and got lamb. And she said, I've had a delivery. I've got 9 sort of, I don't know, crates or something. She says, but I don't know, A, if there's any in there, or B, where they'd be. So I'm sorry. I said, it's fine, just get that. So anyway, we came back and put the lamb in. So last night for dinner, and it was amazing, we had lamb that had been cooking slowly for about 6.5 hours. And we had roast potatoes and roast sweet potatoes and carrots. I do a weird thing with carrots. I put I cut them into little batons and then I put a stock cube in with them. And then I boil it down and boil all of it away. So they cook first of all, and then you boil everything away. So they have like a bit of a glaze. And normally I put a little bit of bacon in, a little bit of cream and parsley and something else. I can't remember what. Oh, a bit of lemon zest as well. But we just had the plain carrots. And it was amazing. Oh, and we had gluten-free Yorkshires as well, which was great. So, yeah, we had a really hearty meal last night. So I think that was the highlight of the weekend. I did not do any knitting, but yeah. So it was a nice weekend. And hasn't the weather been lovely? Like Saturday, like early on, because I was up early on Saturday, and I had to get dressed very early and stuff like that. And I thought, oh dear, it looks really bad out there. Thankfully, I didn't have to leave the house. But again, really lovely sunny Saturday during the day. And exactly the same yesterday. So we know we're in October now, don't we? It's starting to get cooler. But yeah, so a nice quiet weekend. But I did binge watch some. What have I watched? I watched something on Netflix. There's something wrong with Netflix when they dub things. But I can't remember what I watched. What was it now?
It wasn't Squid Game, was it? Squid Game. No.
No, is that in English? No. Oh, no, I haven't. No, the reason why I said no was I have seen it in the Walter Presents group. So let me have a look and see what I've watched at.
So with Squid Game, it's not just dubbed once, it's dubbed twice. And apparently it's a really good show, apparently. I've not watched any of it yet. I've just heard this. But the second dubbing just doesn't work. But apparently you get so addicted to it, you just carry on watching it regardless.
Oh, I don't know. I watched The Inner Circle. So it was easy to watch, not like the normal ones that I watch with horrific bits in them, but it was nice and watchable. So to be honest, I think I may have even done a little bit of knitting watching that at some point. So was that late on Saturday? Who knows? But yes, it has grown, which is fabulous. So yes, although it needs to be at least 4 times this length, if not 5 times, because it's really, really long. But you do put long tassels on the end, so that's gonna make it look even longer. So yeah, so really good. What did you do anyway? Because it's your weekend off.
Well,
sorry, week off.
Yeah, well, excuse me. So we're now on holiday, but I came home from work Friday, stressed, exhausted, emotionally drained, and slept really well Friday into Saturday. But felt like I could sleep all day Saturday. I haven't actually left the house since I got home on Friday. And just been pottering around doing chores. We've got a long list of things that need to be done in the house that we keep putting off and putting off and putting off. So each day we're making sure we're crossing 2 or 3 of them off the list. So, and yesterday's highlight of the day, very exciting, was we had to go through. So in the boot of my car, we have 3 or 4 bags filled with bags. And in his car as well. So we went through all of the bags yesterday, and we went from not a single carrier bag in the house to the carrier bag holder in the house being full, and then half filling the recycling as well. Because we've got so many bags.
I think every household's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. And what I would love is if you could go to a supermarket. I know we can't at the moment because of COVID, but you know, in normal times, so that we could just dump them in a big bag. So if somebody had forgotten bags walking into the store, they could pick up some of those rather than buying a brand new one, because as they're being bought and used in a supermarket, they're purchasing more, aren't they? So it would actually slow down the need to buy bags. So I just have this great hang up about it.
Well, that's why they've stopped selling them. So Tesco's don't do them anymore. Waitrose don't do them anymore. The plastic bags for life, you have to go and buy the proper bags for life now. So because they're more expensive.
Yeah.
You remember, and because they last longer, you remember to keep taking them.
Oh, perfect.
So,
yeah. So I know I went into Aldi and I bought one of their paper ones. I bought the paper ones in Morrison's, but even those, I mean, I know we're getting to the time of year at the moment where I do need bags to get rid of stuff out of the fire. But even then, Eleanor was says, "Oh, let's wrap it in a nice big black bag." Well, that's plastic. So I know we need plastic bags, but I don't want to use them if I can help it. So never mind. I just have this hoo-ha. Oh, and the other day, walking around, it was just like, right, I want some oranges. And I thought, I'm not buying oranges with, you know, the like plastic string all around them, the bags. She's like, no, because if that gets into the seas, people, like little creatures, can get caught up in it. Do you know how hard it is to buy like 6 blinking oranges on their own without being wrapped in rubbish? So I didn't buy any. Thought, no, I'll go to another store where I can buy them individually. So I'll go to the market on Saturday or tomorrow. But yeah, it's just so hard, and I get so frustrated. Do you know what? I was watching something last night. There was a lovely program on about a lady from, oh, what program was she on? I can't remember, but 1 year ago. Anyway, she has a place in Provence with her husband. Did anyone else watch it? I don't know. It was on about 8 or 9 o'clock last night. And she went to her local market. And it was wonderful that when I was little, I remember when you bought a punnet of strawberries, it came in a cardboard box. So why is it that everything in the UK comes in plastic? And I looked, and in France, it comes in cardboard. So I just have this issue. It's just like, oh, will you please stop wrapping everything in plastic? So yeah, and also, sorry, just one more bit. I saw in Morrison's it said bring your own thing, and we'll put your meat in it for you. I thought, fantastic. So next time I go, I'm going to go with my own like things. So anyway, sorry, I'll get off my soapbox. I'm off my soapbox now. Back to knitting. Thank you, Georgie. Carol, drink water. Yes.
Right, let's catch up on some chat. Georgie says, yes, we can hear you, Robert. Deborah says, Robert and Amber, thank you. Feeling much better today on the peppermint tea in my Gogglefrogs mug. Georgie says, beautiful scarf, Angela.
Thank you, Georgie.
She says, thank you, Angela. Still a bit washed out, but much better. Linda, good morning, Linda. Says, morning all, listening from an LNER train on my way home to Newcastle after a weekend with my family in Dunstable. Wasn't the weather glorious, especially Sunday? Oh, Linda, the next time you come down, you must tell us, and we'll arrange to have a little Gogglefrog soiree so that you can meet everybody in person. That would be nice.
And you can visit us from Dunstable.
Yes.
Because it was always Dunstable on the ads, wasn't it? So what was it? Not Aero. Was it Aero? It was Aero, wasn't it? It's before your time, Robert. There was an advert years and years ago when Aero first is Aero the one with the bubbles in it? And part of the advert was they said Dunstable.
Oh, okay.
Rather than Dunstable. So sorry, but you have to be a certain age to know that.
Safi says she doesn't think Squid Game will be Angela's cup of tea. I can kind of see why, but I don't know. I think it might be.
I'll have a look. I've watched Deliverers, and I've also watched the Inner Circle. So. And I need to find the next one. But yeah, anything in Sweden or anything, I just think the scenery is amazing.
Anne says, hi Linda, give us a wave if you pass through North Allerton, Thrisk or York. Have a safe journey. And then says, morning everybody.
Thirsk. Sorry, it's Thirsk.
Thirsk, sorry.
It's all these weird sounding pronounced places that unless you go there, you don't know them, do you?
So morning, Anne. Linda says, thanks, Anne, will do. Anne says we have a stash of shopping bags in each of our car boots. Yes, that's what we had. But then one of us has the habit of putting the bags in the wrong boot, which is why we end up with no bags, and then that's why we buy more bags. So there we go. Georgie says Carol Drinkwater is her name. Janice says I go to fruit and veg store here. Everything is displayed in plastic bowls, and then they put them in your bags, so no plastic string bags.
And I'll be going to the farm shop in Leeds tomorrow. So everything comes in brown paper bags, and I will take, and normally a box, a fruit box, and they even walk it to your car for you to put it in the car, and then Splodge has the box. So Splodge always likes the boxes.
Safi says yes, take your own tubs and fruit bags. Amber says lots of things in the States are packed in plastic too. I think this is because a few years ago we went through, there's just too much cardboard being used and too many trees being cut down and not enough recycling. So then everything moved to plastic because cardboard wasn't environmentally friendly. And now we know where plastic ends up. We're kind of in this vicious loop. But at least they're standing up and doing something about it this time rather than just lifting a problem. And then Linda says, Rob and Angela, it would be lovely to meet up next time I come down. Yes, definitely. Do let us know. And as far advanced as you can. And maybe we'll try and have a pond pop up while you're here as well, so that you can actually sit and stay for a while and meet loads of people.
Yeah, because it was so lovely, wasn't it? Last Saturday, that people who'd never met each other before, who were just invited by somebody, suddenly had new friends, and just had a lovely couple of 4 hours actually. But yeah, so we'll do something, and it will just be. It's just lovely to meet people, isn't it? So let us know, and yes, we will. Yeah, do you know, Amber, I remember when I used to go to Canada when I was in my teens, and it's very close. You're in the state that sort of goes over the border. But I just remember, like, we used to go to our butchers, and the butcher would put stuff in a bag, in a plastic bag, and then wrap some, like it was like red tape around the middle. It cut it off and just sealed it. And that was how we brought our mince home, our steak home, our joints of meat home, etc. And when we went to the supermarkets in like Canada, it was just, okay, let's just get this pack of 2 kilos of steaks, and like the biggest of everything. We just couldn't believe it. Like, you'd have a steak here and it's like that big, and over there it was like you'd have a steak and it was that thick. So it was just incredible. And for us, everything looked so much bigger, like our oranges, your oranges. So it's, yeah, unbelievable the difference. And I get that, you know, you don't want to damage produce and stuff, but yeah, a lot of stuff is in plastic. But yeah.
Right, I'm going to move to Facebook if that's okay, because we haven't done Facebook since last week. So here we go. So I think we showed this on Marion, but somebody's commented Wednesday, but somebody's commented on it. So it's Marion saying, please stop me from volunteering to sew up squares. I know she found it quite tricky, this one, because they're all different sizes. Trish says, great day yesterday with Louise. Of course, I wasn't going to buy anything, but they fell into her bag. I love this red, white, and green one.
Blue.
Huh? So I love the red, white, and green one.
Yeah, that looks like I've got a top like that. To me, that looks like a sun and a palm tree colours. Red sun.
And then another one from Trish. And I went to Tidswell. Lovely visit to the Peak District Charms, and then a browse in a bookshop and coffee and cake. So, and this is nice. These oranges and peaches and charcoal. That's gorgeous.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Right. This relates back to an older post, which you'll see in a minute. So Fran has posted, here is a wee froggy for Robert. He might be called Robin or Warwick. And it's Kermit singing, here's a little song I wrote called Where in the Hell Did My Weekend Go? Yep, completely relatable. Here we go. I played a game last week called Guess the Celebrity Frogs and bonus points if you can tell me why. So lots of people guessing on this, and we have Fran saying Warwick Davis was his suit at the cleaners, but she knows it had something to do with Ricky Gervais, but can't remember. Her son says life's too short. So yes, and it was that TV program. So well done, Fran. Louise says, well, I recognise Warwick Davis, but I've not seen the TV series. But she recommends his autobiography, Size Matters Not.
Oh.
Linda says, I agree, but I don't know why he's dressed like that. Marion says, definitely Warwick Davis. Claire says, because it's not easy being Warwick Davis. Completely true. And Dawn says, well, it's Warwick Davis from Life's Too Short, written by Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, dressed as Kermit's nephew, Robin. And then Fran says, Dawn, pity Gervais didn't dress as Kermit. And Fran says, Dawn says, Fran, wouldn't that have evened things up? Definitely. Rebecca says he's Kermit's nephew who sang halfway up the stairs. Fran says, you might be on with a winner. What was the scream for? Halfway up the stairs.
That's what that is as bad as the Kermit song.
And Candice says Warwick wears his costumes well. There we go. And then there's the picture from Fran. We have new members. So we have Marie and we have Roshin, who I haven't yet welcomed, but hello both. Hope to see you.
Hello.
Tracy asked Dawn. Dawn was having problems with her Attic 24 blanket on Saturday. So she asked Dawn if she'd posted it on their website, and Dawn says she found it and found a thread about it and seems to have corrected the pattern.
Brilliant.
Louise says, lovely day at Bakewell. So nice to catch up with Trisha in person and just a few purchases. So,
yay.
Of course, it has to be done, doesn't it? It's rude to go somewhere and not. Marion says, do I need to comment? I think we've seen this one before.
Oh, yeah.
Fran has posted there is a wool event called Wild About Wool in Chalfont St Giles this weekend, which I didn't know about. So thank you for that. Oh, here we go. Confession time. So I posted a yarn hoarder test. I scored 19 out of 20.
Oh my God, I only scored 11.
So it's at one point, if you have yarn stashed anywhere in your home, obviously, 3+ yarn storage spots in your home. No, I don't. Ever spent more money on yarn than food? Yes. Twice. Yarn in more than 3 weights? Yes. Secret yarn hidden from a spouse? Yes. Crochet thread you've never used? Yes. Yarn you've forgotten about? Definitely. More than 3 active work in progresses? Well, I've got 3 in one bag in here alone, so definitely. Received yarn for your birthday or Christmas? Yes. At least 6 different colours of yarn? Yes. Scrap yarn saved up for later? Yes. 2 or more distinct yarn stashes? Now, I did fib a little bit here, because when you walk into my room, what's the first thing you see, Angela, when you walk into my craft room?
The table.
No, there's no table anymore. It's just our boxes.
Well, yeah. Yeah, so you can't see them. It's like, yeah, all you see is finished articles that are on display.
No, our boxes. And then which are blocking the bedside cabinet, which is also full of yarn. So yes, that's definitely 2 or more. Unopened yarn from more than 3 years ago. I think I've got unopened yarn from 5 or 6 years ago. Mystery yarn with no skein, jacket or label? Yes. Over 5 storage tubs stuffed full of yarn? Yes. An organisation system only you understand? Yes. Spent more time with yarn than family and friends? Yes. Repurposed yarn? I have now, thanks to you. Expensive yarn you bought but never used? Yes. And told someone that yarn just hopped into your cart? Yes. So all bar one of those for me.
Oh, 12. 12.
And it says if you have over 10 points, you might have a yarn addiction.
Yeah, I've got 12. Since 2 days ago, it's gone up by one. And because the family one, because my mum is here, I spent more time with my mum than my knitting. So
Fran says hashtag admitting nothing. Kathy says definitely an addiction, more than 10, won't admit how many. Linda says more than 10, but not as many as you, Robert. Jean has 16. Barb says more than 10, but I have more fabric than yarn. Okay. Amber is up to 16 points and thinks she may have a problem. Katie only got 11. Dawn says less than 10, I have self-control. Well, obviously you've not been badly influenced enough.
I also think that Dawn, she did sort out, she's got a craft room which is purpose created. And so you'll have got rid of, for me, I'd got rid of a lot of things and given them away. And things with those without ball bands that I just thought, it's gone. So the only reason why I scored as low as I have is because it's been gutted within the last 6 months. Give it another month or so, it's going to be back up to about 18.
Candy says she has more than 10 but less than 20. Rebecca says she knows someone who scored 16 points, hashtag not telling who. And Linda says, Rebecca, I bet I can guess who. And Nessa says, there's only one I can't say yes to, and that's the secret yarn hidden from a spouse, roommate, because it's my money and I'll spend it how I like. Quite right. There we go. Linda has posted these lovely Christmas jumpers, finished for her 2-year-old grandson. Bottle green was requested by her daughter-in-law. Oh, how lovely.
And did you do some as well last year?
Yes.
I think you did. Were they in navy? I can't remember what colours they were, but it looks beautiful in every colour.
Janice went to the knitting and stitching show today and saw a terribly woolly plane crash. Wow.
For me, that's like when I used to be able to say every year going over to Bruges and Ypres and places like that, and they always have the most amazing displays celebrating 100 years ago, etc. And there's lots of things like that are knitted that are absolutely amazing with real impact, and that sort of reminded me of all those that we used to be able to go and see, but can't really travel at the moment, can we? So well, we can travel, but not freely. Not as we would normally do. So, yeah.
Linda says, after a complete change of design, her son's decision, 3 changes of yarn and a lot of frogging, she has at last finished the prototype crochet lampshade for her son. Yay! And decided if he wants bigger ones, I made it up as I went along. That looks lovely. Well done.
It does. It does look amazing.
Trish says, looking forward to Bakewell Wool Gathering and meeting Louise. Georgie posted this lovely blanket. That's so
effective.
Isn't it?
I was thinking as well, you could do something like that in like cottons and use them in a bathroom as a little mat, which would be amazing. So it would absorb, but also that you could wash it. And I just think you could put pretty neutral colours together. It's just an amazing pattern. But I don't crochet really, so I'm not going to do it.
Then you posted the link to your friend's candle company that we were talking about last week.
Oh, yes. I forgot all about that.
I posted Wordplay Wednesday. What's the longest word you know and what does it mean? Now, interestingly, this was the one that I posted on my own Facebook page instead of in the group. But 2 answers were exactly the same. So Georgie says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and its meaning is excited approval. So Amber's also posted that one, and that was posted on the other post. And Rebecca said anti-disestablishmentarianism, meaning being against the de-establishing of the Church of England. which would mean it would be no longer the official church for our country. And somebody posted that twice in my main page as well.
Wow.
And Fran posted hyperbilirubinemia, which gives babies jaundice. There we go.
Wow.
Helen is having a lovely holiday and she's knitting in the sun. And she's doing a cardigan in Starcraft Dark Rainbow. Love the colour. That's gorgeous. I don't understand this one. Trish says this is the shop formerly in Leighton Buzzard, but when you click on it, it's not.
Yeah, I didn't understand it either.
Oh, Georgie, I didn't see this one. Crochet Daisy Poms. That's lovely.
Oh,
I did see it apparently.
Yeah, but we forget so much of what we've seen.
Yeah, and then I think we're all caught up. Yes,
I think so. Yeah, those daisy poms are beautiful though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know how. Please let me know. Are they really hard to do? Because I do think they would be beautiful in rooms around the house. Oh, that's a nice picture.
Yes, that's the. Sorry, I did that again I did that on Wednesday. That's the picture of the lake that we stayed at in the Lake District.
Ah.
So, and Linda says she's waving from Newark Northgate Station. I have no idea where that is.
Newark. It's sort of, yeah, just going up north. Spent a lot of time in Newark in my time.
Oh, Newark. I know where that is. Sorry, it's because it's Newark Northgate. Newark. I didn't know where that was. Yeah. I didn't think that was the same.
Yeah, Newark.
Okay.
Oh, well, lovely to see you. And we are waving back, Linda. And I hope you're having a really, really nice time on the train. They can be lovely, can't they? Especially what you see out of the window. Oh, I tell you what I did the other day. I totally forgot about this. I think was this Friday. What's really interesting is new places and things that are opening in town. So I went to a new cafe on North Street, very pink, lots of flowers. It was okay. And then I went to the new bookshop. So for all of you avid Northerners out there, this is what I purchased from my local brand new bookshop, which is down the little alley. You know where they used to have the model shop, the train shop.
It's called Books.
Yeah, Alan Bennett, two besides. Oh. So I went in, I saw a beautiful, like they had some really good cookery books. They also had some crochet and knitting books. I didn't look on that bottom shelf, but what they had was really, really good stuff. So they only had 1 or 2 copies of a lot of things, but really good. So if people haven't been in your local bookshop, do you know what? Even if you buy a lot of stuff on Amazon normally, it's just nice to pop in there and buy the odd one at full price and support a local bookshop. And they had lots and lots and lots, not that it's anything, it's not relevant to me really, but they had lots and lots of children's books, an incredible selection of children's books in there. So really good. So I have that to read one day. I was going to read it in the hairdressers, but I actually sat there and watched some Scandi Noir on my phone. So yeah, but I think this is the 2. He did 2 more. He did 2 more talking heads, didn't he? And I think these may be the 2 that he did. I'm not too sure. But as soon as I saw it was Alan Bennett, that's going in my bag once I paid for it. So, I think there is some lovely, lovely, lovely stuff happening at the end of our, towards the end of our pandemic, isn't it? It's certainly not like it was a year ago. So we're a lot further forward than where we were a year ago. So new shops. Unfortunately, we've lost some shops, but some new shops opening, which is really, really good. So keeping all my fingers crossed for them that they'll do really well. Oh, sorry, itchy back. That's another reason why you should have straight needles and not circulars. They're brilliant for scratching, itching. Oh my word!
I know.
The witching hour is almost here. Oh no. Anyway, what was I going to say? What are you around on Wednesday? Or
I thought
I'm around on Wednesday, so I will be here on Wednesday night at 8. I know, but thing is, it's Robert's week off.
I think we're in London.
Right, so it will be me and thee on Wednesday night. You're in London, so you have a lovely, lovely time, and we must see if we can do lunch one day.
You know what you could do? You could do the Facebook room.
I can have a go, can't I? Yeah, that'd be nice. So we'll have a go.
I'll message you and let you know, though. It depends on what happens today, because today has an impact on the rest of the week. So I do know we're going to Kent tomorrow, but if we can't get the car today, then we're getting the car on Wednesday. So then we might not go to London.
Lovely. So I'm going to Leeds tomorrow. So I've got Sheffield, Leeds, Sheffield, home. So I'll have I'll be on the road. And isn't it lovely the fact that we can actually get petrol now? So yeah, like we can go and there isn't really a queue. Well, there's a queue, but only of about 6 cars rather than the 100 cars from before. So yeah, I hope that over the pond as well, things are okay for you, Amber, and all of your friends and family too, and you're not having shortages and all weird things that were happening in the UK. So, and I'm sorry that I missed you on Saturday, but I will be here on Wednesday evening. Okay, so we're on 58.
Yep, stop there.
Okay, so we will see you soon, and have a wonderful week. And get plenty of sleep, Robert, and let me know when you can do lunch, and we'll do a quick bite to eat somewhere. Okay.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.